Hello and a very good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday. It is a sunny Sunday. Woo! Producer Johnny's wooing in my ear. He's getting very excited. It's going to get very windy later on, though, I've been told. I know I'm not having beans on toast for lunch. I'm talking about out there. It's going to get windy. So if you start hearing the roof rattling later on, you know the reason why. Strong winds coming this way. Why do I have to laugh when I say that? It is going to be a brilliant day. A little bit later on, of course, we've got Second Chance Sunday coming up, so your chance to grab lots of those brand new items which have launched recently. We've got a masterclass coming up from 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, which is all about your pop-ups, dies which allow you to make projects which do amazing things. But we kickstart your day with Colour Me Happy. Before we get into that, I must just tell you that we are in the midst of our summer CSUN sale, so you've got up to 60% off on the website on selected items right now, and as we've been chatting about, there are deals that you'll find, not many, but a few where you can get up to 70%, 75% off as well, which is great. Plus on the web right now, we've got deals on the Gemini Pro accessories as well, 3 for 2 deals that you all want to have a look at. That goes on until tonight. But it is Colour Me Happy, our weekly show where we give you lots of hints, tips, inspiration and demonstration when it comes to everything colouring. And my crafty partner in crime today is a lady who has got a new do going on. A new do, isn't it,
yeah,
Corrine? A new do.
I've got my dress on the right way out.
And you have got your dress on the right way round.
Thank you.
That's the dress, isn't it?
This is the inside. Do you know what? I hung it up on the coat hanger last night and I was like, make sure it's on the right way around. Don't do it again. Make sure it's the right way. Yeah, yes.
And your hair as well.
I know, it's good shampoo, isn't it?
Oh, is that what it is?
Should I lend you some?
I'd love to grow my hair that long. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd look like with hair like you. Maybe we could, next time we do that game on Play Your Craft Right.
Yeah.
We'll put my face on your head.
We'll take my hair and then we'll put Ben's face on. There we go. That will look good.
What have we got coming up on the show today? What we're going to be concentrating on?
Right, so we've got a lovely little sort of starter kit, which has got a couple of dies in. It's got your Hello Lovely, and it's also got your peony bloom. Sorry, this one isn't in the pack, but it's got your gorgeous peony in there, and then the sentiments around there. Or, you know, you've got your Hello Lovely. Now, these will work either way with alcohol pens or watercolour pens, whichever you like. We're focusing today on your TriBlend. So this is your alcohol pens. But if you are, if you much prefer watercolour, then these are going to work for you as well. Then you've got your TriBlend pens, and we're going to be using some, and I'm going to show you how you can create a brilliant effect. My first project I'm going to do, I'm going to use 3 pens. I'm going to use my magenta, my pink violet, and my alpine green blend. That's all I'm going to use. Not making that one, don't worry, that's just some to show you. But that's all I'm going to use. You're also going to get your paper, which is really important because you need your premium paper so that you know your alcohol pens work properly. And it also includes your ink pad as well. This is the pebble, which is really nice because when you stamp, it's not quite as harsh as your black. It just gives that little bit of softness. But then we've got loads of other, we've got about 3 or 4 other stamp sets which we'll have a look at as we go through. But shall I quickly just show you with this one? Look at that. This is the Hello Lovely. Isn't that beautiful? So stamped on the paper or stamped and cut out. So you get that gorgeous, lovely effect, that dimensional effect there. Here's the peony blooms, and we have embossed it, heat embossed it there, and the sentiment, and then gone in with our watercolour. So as we were saying, watercolour is as good as your alcohol. I love this one here, really sort of clean and simple, if that is what you want, with a bit of faux stitching. I'm going to do a bit of faux stitching on mine. And then how about that? Now this is the same stamp, but change the colour and you get a completely different effect. So we've done 2 to create a border with a lovely bit of bling over on that side. How about that? So some lovely, lovely effects you can create with these.
Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be a busy old show. Already in, we've got Carletta from Arkansas. Christine Mahoney's in as well, saying good morning. Morning to Carolyn from Hampton, Virginia. Kerry's in. Anne Clark is in. Morning to Kathy Crafter. Morning also to Rhiannon, who says, hi Ben, Corrine, the CTV crew, that's Johnny and Charlotte today. And Jake and crafty friends from Ballarat, Australia. I hope you're all well and enjoying your Sunday. And Rachel Brown says, good morning, crafty people from a sunny but windy Shropshire. Yes, windy today, a windy Sunday here in the UK. But lots coming up on the show, as you said. Loads of great stamp sets to get ahead and shop for. Some great deals on things like the Aperture stamp collection we've got coming up later on, 70% off there. We've got some Lee Holland cute character stamps for you as well, already busy for those. But this is the set we're going to be concentrating on, your TriBlend starter collection. It's a great bundle actually, because if you are looking to get into colouring, particularly if you're sort of looking to take your first dip into colouring with your alcohol markers, this is lovely because we're giving you your 6-pen set of your exotic blend. TriBlends, of course, 6 pens, but you've got 18 different hues in there if you like, the 6 colours, but the 3 different hues per pen. You're also going to get in that collection your 2 stamp sets and 30 sheets of your premium alcohol marker paper, 30 sheets of that, 240 GSM, and as Corrine was saying, you're also going to get your ink pad as well, your alcohol proof ink pad. Also worth bearing in mind, if you are going for this today and again you want hints and tips on ink pads and those kind of things to use with your pens, do check back on the masterclass that we did on Friday, 101, all about that with me and Craig. But if you want to pick this up today, £27.99, $43.99 is your platinum price. And as I say, lots of other things to get your teeth into, which we'll show you a little bit later on. Looks like also, Corrine, you're going to be using the 8x8 stamping platform with magnetic base, which is also on a great deal today.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I love a stamping platform. Stamping platform for me. I am being brave and I am starting to use my rocker blocks, but if I want that guaranteed perfect image, then yeah, the 8x8 stamping platform every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're ready to rock and roll, I think.
We're ready to rock and roll?
We are.
Right, okay then. So I am using my peony blooms and I've got this gorgeous stamp and we've just laid it down. So all I have done is I've put a piece of my premium paper. Now just cut out what you need, don't go using more than you need. And I put my stamp onto there and then I pick it up. I don't think my brain's quite working because I'm struggling between stamps and dies. They're very different, but my mind is...
It's because it's Sunday.
Do you think that's what it is?
I find it hard to get into general TV gear on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I feel a bit more woolly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we should have Sundays off.
That'd be perfect. I'll let you be the one that puts that forward though, so that yeah. Yeah. And after you've had Sunday off, then just stay at home for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I like that. I'll send the email tomorrow when I'm back in.
Okay. Right, now you'll see all I'm doing is I'm just gently tapping over the stamped image, the stamp with my ink pad. Don't rub, don't buff, you just want to stamp. And then it's good as well to go in at different angles because obviously your stamp has different like facets to the stamp. So, you know, go all the way around like that. There we go. So we've got that covered and then I can turn this over and then I can just press it down like that. So then I can see where I've been, I can see where I need to stamp and then that's going to stamp just on there. There we go. Right now, little bit patchy in places. So the great thing is I can go back in with my ink pad and then I can just catch up. That was just me not getting pressing right in all the places. There we go. I can see where I need to go and then I can put that down. Oops, let's try doing it in the same way. Give it a fighting chance. Then all I do is go down, press it down, and then it's in exactly the same place. I know I've got it, where was it a bit light? It was a bit light there, wasn't it? I'm just trying to remember where I had the light spots, making sure, done. And there.
Oh, here we go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, much, much better. Okay, so you can then colour in straight away with that. Now I've got one here that I've just trimmed down just to make it life a little bit easier. And one thing you need to remember is when you are colouring with alcohol pens is to always have a piece of cardstock underneath. And the reason is we're going to saturate the card. And when you saturate the card, if I do it straight onto my glass mat, it'll puddle underneath my glass mat, and then it will come back up into here and it will smudge and it will go over the edges. If I put a piece of card, now I've just got some more of my alcohol card underneath, but it can be craft card, it can be your stamping card, whatever you want. Put that underneath, and then any excess ink will go into there and it will wick away from what you are colouring. So I've got my 3 pens. So let's start with our pink violet blend, and we're just going to colour all over. So I'm going to come in first with my palest colour, and I'm just going to come all over. Now I'm not going to do, this one's quite easy because we're going to do the same sort of effect all over, but I'm just going to come in like that and then just pick out a few little bits. Now what you've got to remember is think about where it's going to be lighter and darker. So all I'm doing at the moment is laying down my first colour to sort of saturate the card. At this point, I'm not trying to put light and shade in or anything like that, but as you can see, at this point, the alcohol pen is not having any impact on that ink at all.
Yeah.
So you don't need to worry about that. It's not going to move it one bit. So I'm going to leave it, just do that much, because I don't want it to dry too much. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to look at where it is, where I'm likely to have dark and light. So here is, it's like a join, so it's going to be darker just there. Behind a leaf is also going to be a little bit darker. So if we just look, not leaf, another petal, sorry, that's what I was trying to say, petal.
Petals and leaf, stamps and dies.
Oh, I know. It's a lot for a Sunday morning, isn't it?
It is.
And then just pick out all the spaces where you think it might be a little bit darker. So coming out from there. And it's really, really easy to add in that extra bit. There we go. And then from here, there we go, and there. It's this one. It's going to be darker just here, and just there, and then there. And then I'm going to go in with my third colour. Now, if I went in with a lighter colour, it would bleach what I have done. So once I've laid my lighter colour down, I only tend to go in with darker colours on top.
Right.
So we know we're not going to bleach. A darker colour won't bleach out the paler colours underneath.
Are you going with darkest now, or are you going with...
This is my darkest of my 3.
Right, yeah.
So all I would then do is I would then come in with my lighter one and I would blend up to, so little round circles, I like to blend with, little circular movements, up to my middle colour, and then that will then just blend it in. So I'm just sort of pushing that ink up and blending it up to it. So I'm not going all over where I've just done the darker colour. So let's just leave it at that for a minute,
okay.
And then we can come in on the next petals. Let's come down here. Now is that one? That's a stem, there we go. I'm just looking at what I've got. Sometimes you sort of just have to stand back and work out which bit it is. Just make sure I don't get my head covering that. I think I can safely do the rest now in one go.
It's a great system, isn't it? I'm sure you said this last time, because you're obviously, I suppose, the newest member of our team to use these.
Yeah.
And you were just saying what a great system it is.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. You don't have to think about, will this colour work? Is it the right shade? I mean, I've used other alcohol pens before, and you're like, have I got 2 colours that work together? And I can remember seeing a really good friend of mine, and she is such a good colourist, but she had her pens, very good brand, and she used to sit and colour while we were between shows. Yeah. And she'd have a chart so that she could see which colours blended with which colours.
I think I know you're talking about.
And that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't very portable.
No. And quite, a bit more time consuming as well, really. But with this,
because
you've
you're
got it all
always
there.
thinking, does that one blend with that one? Is that the right one? Yes, I also like maybe doing a 6 colour blend, because we're just doing a 3 colour blend here, and that's absolutely fine. And then you do tend to take a bit longer thinking, oh, which of the colours work with which.
Yeah.
But if you just want to do your 3 colour blend, then absolutely, the hard work's been done. Leanne and the team have done all the hard work for you, so that you don't have to, and you can just come in and enjoy it, because that's what it should be. It should be enjoyable. And if you're worrying about, have I got the right colours, or those aren't blending well, there's, the transition between the 2 colours is too harsh, or those yellows were, I'd got a sunshine yellow and a brownie yellow and they didn't work, whereas these do, because it's the same ink in all 3 barrels, but it's the amount that they've been watered down to give you the shades. So it has to work, because it is the same ink. And that's what I love about these. So I can then just blend all the way.
And I'm sure it was you that said last time as well, and it's such a great point, that if you are going to buy these today and you're still kind of quite new to it all, there's nothing to stop you from just taking one shade and just colouring in with that shade. You don't have to blend every time that you use these.
No.
So you can go in quite easily, is what I'm saying, and just colour with one particular blend, and then you can come back, you can watch this show, you can watch all the Colour Me Happies. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of information, inspiration, demos out there, via our website, via YouTube and Facebook. So I think very quickly you will get to grips with this, but if you're wanting an easy way to be able to learn how to blend with alcohol markers, the TriBlends, I don't think you could get any better, in my opinion.
No, you can't. I mean, look at that. How quick is that?
Perfect.
Just to add colour and shade. So once we've done that, we're then going to come in with our next colour. So I'm going to come in with my pink, and this is where we were saying. Now remember, what you need to remember is alcohol pens, the alcohol evaporates.
Yeah.
So whatever colour you go down with to begin with isn't the finished colour. So you might think of that, and when this one always sort of throws me, this magenta, because it does look quite bubblegum pink.
A bit what?
Bubblegum pink,
Oh, bubblegum pink.
Yeah, bubblegum pink. That sort of. I don't know what you thought.
I thought you said Bubba Gumpy.
Bubba Gumpy.
Bubba Gumpy.
Yeah, that's that English word we use all the time. Bubblegum. What? I can't even say it. Whatever you said. Bubblegum pink. Or that little girl's doll pink as well.
I didn't catch what you said then, so I'm not going to ask you to repeat it.
So I love the colour. It sort of evaporates too, it's really beautiful. Now, I always turn, you'll probably notice as I'm colouring, I'm turning my image all the time. I'm not trying to twist my arm and turn around. You're stamped on an image for a reason on a piece of cardstock, so that you can turn it round. So I've gone in there, I've saturated it with the pink first, so that was MG1, Magenta 1, and I'm now in with Magenta 2. So we can then just add in those extra highlights, and sometimes, because this is just 1, 2 and 3, there isn't a great deal of difference. You think, oh, it's quite subtle. Now on other ones, those are all, like this one, the Alpine Green, is AG1, AG3 and AG5. So you're going to see a bigger step between those, because you've got, the numbers aren't consecutive.
Yeah.
So you're gonna learn them quite quickly and work out what you can and can't do with them. So I'm just going in with my second colour, then I'll go in with my third and just pop on there like that. And it's really relaxing. You could maybe have a whole batch of images stamped and then just sitting. I tell you what, I don't know if it's a good she said. Often when I'm on the telephone, I will sit. I don't want people to think I'm not paying full attention when I'm on the telephone to them. I am, but I often find that I can do really good colouring when I'm on the telephone, because I suppose it's a bit like this, like we're colouring now.
Yeah.
Or I'm colouring now, and I'm talking to you at the same time.
Well, it's like I said the other day when Sandra was in, you think about when you used to doodle when you were on the telephone. I think it's because your brain checks out a little bit more, and I don't know, it's almost easier to do, isn't it? Doodling or colouring when you're concentrating on doing something else. You probably tend to think less about what you're doing, and maybe you get...
You do get... Because I do think some people can overthink.
Yeah.
And when you overthink colouring, you don't always get your best results. So, you know, it is a really good one to do when you're doing something else as well, you know. I probably wouldn't sit and... If I was watching a programme that I really wanted to pay attention to.
Yeah.
But again, it might be another one that you do while sitting watching TV, or, you know, I don't know. But again, it's a really portable craft, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'd like to say you could do it on the train, but
I reckon
probably
you could do
a
it
moot point at the moment, isn't it?
yeah. Normal days.
If you can find a train that's running in the UK, if you can find a train that's running, then yeah, maybe you can colour on the train.
No, but the fact that you've got, like you said, you know, especially with the starter pack that you've got here, you've got a lovely selection of colours which all work beautifully together. You've got the 3 different blends per pen. I mean, this here is a lovely little portable set that, yeah, literally you could take with you wherever you go. And I know a lot of people like to take some crafty bits and pieces when, you know, maybe they go away for a weekend, or maybe you've got a caravan that you like to pop to, and whilst you wouldn't perhaps be taking away with you some of your bigger, sort of bulkier crafty items, colouring is, you know, something super portable that you can do anywhere.
I've never done a long haul flight.
No.
But I can imagine how
long it is.
Yes.
Yeah, very long.
Yeah, you know, I've spoken to people that do travel to Australia and things, and wow, you know, you've got your tiny mind if you don't have something to do. Well, you know, have the images already stamped, so you're not trying to take stamping platforms and ink. But you know, they are hand luggage proof. Our pens.
Yes.
They're not gonna confiscate them at security, are they?
No.
So you know you're going to be able to take them onto the plane and do. Now, can you see the difference? Because this one, like I was saying, these aren't consecutive numbers, they're alternate numbers, so 1, 3 and 5. You can just see slightly more variation between the colours. So
can I just ask on that note, because our Rachel's just said, I tried colouring on a plane before, I went out the lines a little bit, lol. Where's the most random place you've done colouring? Go, I'd love to hear about that, please. Yeah. And also, you were talking about the numbers, Tim's just asked, when using the pens, what is the best number to jump from each family of pens? As Tim says, I always seem to lose the definition. That's with the classiques. Right.
So I would say, I keep moving up way there. I would say I would either be doing, if you're trying to blend, I would be doing consecutive or alternate numbers.
What, so 1, 3, 5, 2, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you either want to do 1, 2 and 3 or 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends what I can't think, but it depends what you're colouring. If you want something that's got dramatic shading, then you're going to have to jump up a few extra spots, aren't you? If, you know, it all. I don't think there is any rules as such. I mean, I would tend, if I was doing the classiques rather than the TriBlends, I would be going just one or 2 numbers up at a time.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, if I was trying to do something where maybe I was trying to depict light and dark a lot more, and I can't think of an example, one will come to me in a minute, but you know, if you're trying to really depict a lot of light and dark, then yeah, you are going to want to jump up a few extra numbers and then just blend those colours out. And I think with alcohol, more for me than with watercolour, it's one of those where you need to stop, and so I'm just sort of doing one coat and I'm going now to, like you said, can see, onto the leaves, and maybe when I've finished I might go back in and have a look and maybe add a bit more definition.
Yeah.
It's sort of let it dry, because it will look different once it's dry. And there's been a few times when I've thought, oh, I need to carry on, But then when you actually come back to it, maybe, you know, 10 minutes, an hour later, whatever, however long you want, you're actually like, oh, I did that. I'm really pleased. And colouring, either with the watercolour or alcohol, is one of the only times I often take my crafts out of my craft room and down to my husband and go, look, I did that. And he always goes, yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
Oh, is that all he gives you?
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think he because he sees what we do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But I don't think he appreciates how proud you can be of your colouring sometimes. You know what I mean? But you do, you know, you're craft colouring, that's what you do. But, you know, I have to admit, the colouring is the one very often that I will, wow, I'm really proud of that one, you know. And
I get that, though, to be fair. And, like, you know that craft-along that you and I did together? And I took my finished project home, didn't get much of a wow from Mrs M.
No.
No, wasn't that impressed.
But you and I know how impressive it was.
You and I both know. We both appreciated each other, didn't we? That's the main thing.
Yes. There we go. So look at that. I mean, how long have we been colouring here? Maybe just over 10 minutes.
10 minutes,
maybe
10, 12 minutes.
10, 15 minutes. And we've done the whole of that whilst chatting. So all I've done is 3 pens. 3 pens, and I've got that image.
Amazing.
And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fussy cut this out. Now, I've actually got quite small scissors here for me for this. But you can fussy cut out however you want. I've actually got one that's already cut out, so I'm not going to do it all. But you could just cut it out with a little border. I'm not cutting it up to the edge. I'm just cutting a little border all the way around.
Tim's just said thank you for answering the question. That is what we are here for, live and interactive every day. So if you've got any more questions you want to fire our way, feel free to. We're here till 1 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, 8 a.m. Eastern. So anything you want to ask, anything that you want to ask in sort of about colouring in general, you can do. That's what we're here for, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Gilmore says, good morning, Ben Corrine, the CC team and Crafty Peeps. I'm watching with one eye open.
Can you see just how you cut it out? And I'll show you.
Yeah.
That's one that I've just cut out.
Amazing.
Oh, let me just grab a piece of black card so that you can see. That
oh, yeah.
There.
Perfect.
Can you just see with that little border all the way around? You don't need a die to do that. You can do it quite easily. Why has Gilmore only got one eye open? Is she?
I think because it's probably
very early.
What time would it be? Well, it's 6 o'clock, isn't it? There, I think.
Oh wow.
Ohio. So yeah, just trying to peel the other eye open.
Yeah, I'll forgive her for that one then.
Yeah.
Okay, so with these stamps, you also got some sentiments. So this one says, have a beautiful day, and it's just off that stamp set. So we have that as well. So I've put that. Now, what I've got here is a very simple card. Now, I had there's this under my paper. I've got 2 circles. So your circle dies, just regular circle dies. And I have scored what you'd say, and ½ an inch from the top on the one, and then I've cut ½ an inch off at the bottom. So this is going to make sure it stands up, and I've just put some red liner tape on there. And I've used red liner just so that I get that instant stick. You could use your wet glue. If you did, you just got to leave it to dry for a bit. So we can line the 2 up just like that. And that now has given me an instant, there you go, 10-fold card. Really, really easy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pop on my next bit. I've got a nice new glue. Jake, just fetch me. Come on, all the way down, please.
Must say hi to Kerry, who's just messaged to say, Ben, I make at least 100 cards per 7-day cruise, 3 or 4 times a year. This is a great idea. She says, I pre-stamp cards, and then I encourage people, I guess on the cruise, to colour with me to make a card for the crew.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's such a cool idea. So you go away on a... Where do you go cruising to? Where's your best cruise that you've been on? I've never ever been on a cruise.
I'm just about to ask you, have you ever cruised? Is it something you fancy doing, or do you like going to a destination?
So here's the thing, I nearly, because obviously I started off my working life on holiday parks and stuff, and a lot of people who entertain on holiday parks then went away on the cruise ships.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I get terrible seasickness.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, really bad. But I was thinking that these cruise ships are massive, right, aren't they? They're absolutely huge. So would I suffer seasickness as much on something which is so big? Because I guess you can't really feel it moving, can you?
I don't.
'Cause it's so big. Or can you?
I don't believe, and like you, I have never been on a cruise.
No.
I don't believe you do suffer like you would on a smaller boat. Because if you did, then why don't you just see loads of people being poorly, and you don't?
Well, I don't, because I've never been on a cruise.
Well, yeah, this is true. This is true. Right, I want to put a faux border around, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stick this on first, just with a few foam pads, and then we can take this and we can just give it a little.
Why have you never been on a cruise? Just because you get seasick?
No, it's just never come up yet, and it's actually something my husband isn't that interested in doing. He doesn't want, he's not interested. I keep thinking, I see lots of people doing them and think, that might be interesting. But at the moment, he's not interested in doing that. Maybe one day, who knows? Maybe. Oh, have I just... Actually, Corrine, let's actually make sure this is level. I've not checked where we are. There we go, I'm just going to lift that up a bit. I forgot to check where the base of my card was. Let's go. Let's try going there this time. There we are. It's just not... It's not been an option yet.
Yeah.
It might be one day. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little cross there. I'm going to pop a little cross there. And then I'm just going to do a little faux border. There we go.
Johnny fancies a Mediterranean cruise, he's just saying. Be quite nice to do. Yeah, you go like Spain, Italy.
That'd be nice.
It'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And you'd have to go for a good length of time as well, wouldn't you? Minimum 2 weeks, surely, if you were to do something like that. I just can't comprehend in my mind how big those ships must be.
Oh, I know.
To have that many people on, with all the different restaurants, the pools, and because some of a lot of them will have like theatres and stuff in, won't they, as well? You can go and watch live shows.
Obviously on social media, one lady that I follow, she cruises all the time.
Really?
And yeah, in the ship, she's on the Virgin ship. And wow, absolutely amazing. There you go, how about that? I just added in a little bit of a faux border, just to add a little bit more detail, but how about that? That is 1 stamp and 3 pens.
Phenomenal. The starter kit is a great deal, and actually Johnny was telling me just whilst we were watching those demos with Corrine that the pen set that you're going to get here, that's worth £20 on its own. That's worth 20 quid on its own. So it's like you're getting everything else if you're platinum within the set for £7.99, which is amazing. So, you've got your alcohol-proof ink pad in there. You're going to get 30 sheets of your paper as well. You're also going to get a selection of stamps to get going with as well. So if you are brand new to stamping, if you're brand new to colouring, if you're wanting to give this a go without having to spend a huge amount of money, then this certainly is the way to be able to do it, because we've given you absolutely everything that you need. And then as far as like the inspiration is concerned, you've got that demo there, and you've got tons and tons of other Colour Me Happies that you can watch back and find out more about colouring with your TriBlends, colouring with your alcohol markers. There's a wealth of information right out there, so I think that is a lovely collection to go for today. Must say hi to Rebecca, who says very impressive fussy cutting, Corrine. And on the subject of cruises, Nicolly says, Ben, I get seasick too, and a bigger vessel does offer a smoother sailing adventure, whilst Rachel says, we cruise the South Pacific or New Zealand from Sydney Harbour. Ooh. That sounds amazing. Best views in the world. You can still get sick, but just not as bad. I was wobbly on my first cruise. Was that because of the seasickness? Oh, I see. I was wobbly on my first cruise. Now I've been on 11 plus. I mean, if you're talking to me about South Pacific and New Zealand, I could probably deal with the seasickness. But yeah, maybe in a few years when we've you know, got rid of the kids, as it were. Let's have a look at some of the stamp sets that we've got available for you on the show today. This is a lovely collection, the Lee Holland Cute Character Stamp and Die Collection. This one, oh no, it's this one, isn't it? Picked up the wrong one. It's this one here. No, I did have the right one, did I? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's this one. Yes. What it is, I'll show you the cute characters first of all. You've got a selection of really cute characters who each come with their own little scene. And of course, the great thing about this is tons and tons of images to colour in, and then you've got the fun of cutting them out with the dies that you've got available, and then you can plant them onto a whole host of different scenes as well. So this one is your Spring Has Sprung. So you've got all these cute little critters here. You've got there's a little mole there, there's a little badger, there's a little fox, and they've got like a deck chair, there's a teapot, there's a little picnic basket there too. So you can colour those in, cut them out with the dies provided, and then you can pop them into all of the different scenes that you're going to get here as well. So if I show you there, you've got that gorgeous background, which is your tree house. So that's one of the scenes you could pop them into. If you like, you could pop them into the little scene here, which is called the Flower Boutique. So you've got that gorgeous little set there. You can pop all the characters into. This one here is that woodland trail. So once again, build these scenes up, cut out the characters, create some really, really gorgeous scenes. And the last one is that stunning village church. So those are the 4 scene stamps, if you like, that you can pop your characters onto. We've got, though, 3 other sets of characters to show you here as well. This one is your On Your Special Day. So this, again, is more sort of wedding themed, if you like, anniversary themed, but you've got the 2 little cute mices. Mice?
Just mice.
Oh dear. The 2 little cute mice, he's got his little top hat and tails on. She's got a little fascinator look, and then you've got all the little guests to the wedding as well. There's bells and there's clinking glasses and all sorts. You've got sentiments within these 2, and then of course you've got your dies to be able to cut those out. This one here is your birthday wishes. So again, you've got our little badger there. There's a little fox in here too. Loads of bunting and fun and presents and all sorts. Again, you can pop those within the different scenes that I've shown you to build up some really, really cute projects. And the last one here is family time, more based on the little rabbits and raccoons there as well that you've got. They've got the little teepee tent. They've got the little picnic blanket there as well. And some really, really lovely sentiments. That's a massive bundle of stamps that you're going to get there, actually. It's a 45% saving on that. It is 101 elements in total, saving £45, $58. You pick it up for $43.92 today, which is $58.32 if you're shopping with us in the US. Oh, hello.
Had to happen, didn't it?
I haven't done that for ages. Stay. Next up, the Hint of Classics collection. Best ever price on this, and these really are stunning because if you are wanting to get some really big, bold, fun images to practice all of your different colouring techniques with, these are absolutely perfect. We call it the Hint of Classics stamp collection. Going to look absolutely beautiful, of course, if you're using those, but I think, you know what, with whatever is your pen of choice, whether you're more into illustrators, whether you've got your TriBlends, whether you want to try these out as well with your, your watercolour pens, then however you go with these, you're going to have a lot of fun. You get your big main image within each set, plus a selection of sentiments, and then with our little bunny here, this one is called Some Bunny Loves You. Oh, you've got some flowers and the grass there as well to be able to build that scene up with. Next, you've got the beautiful florals on here as well. This one is called Have a Lovely Day. So once again, if you wanted to take some inspiration from Corrine's last demo there and, really go to work with your TriBlends on these, you can do. Some lovely sentiments as well, just for you, wishing you a lifetime of happiness and more. Then you've got, an upside down seahorse. Love the pun on this one. Seize the day. which I think is great. We're going to have a lot of fun colouring the seahorse in. Again, we've got some of our sparkle pens on the show as well. I think those would look rather nice over the top of the colouring that you've done with this particular stamp set. Then we've got this one here, which is the My Cup of Tea. Again, you've got a lovely selection of sentiments there too, with those teacups stacked and that teapot included as well. Then we've got some gorgeous florals, sending happy thoughts. So again, this would be perfect for so many different occasions. Thinking of you, for a special friend, sending happy thoughts. I mean, the kind of stamp that I think you'll be using again and again and again. And then lastly in this set, you have got Kindness Changes Everything, which is a bouquet, gorgeous butterfly, and once again a selection of different sentiments as well. Best ever price on that set. It's a 30% saving, and it's the best time to pick that one up if you haven't already. £26.84 or $33.43. Now, this next collection, 70% off here, and these are normally $12.99 each. Look at the price you're getting them for today. If you're platinum, this is an absolute wow of a deal. £18.70 or $21.53. 70% off on your Aperture stamp collection. 66 of these in total. And what I love about these, again, is the fact that you've got so much versatility. You've got the apertures in different shapes that you'll see in just a few moments' time. You've got loads of different sentiments which you can obviously pop into the centre of your aperture as well. And, you know, if you want to stamp these out and just use them as is and colour them in, you can do. But then, of course, if you want to create the apertures by fussy cutting into these, you can. And as you can see, you've got some really beautiful apertures built up with all of these foliage, beautiful flowers there too. And once again, you know, you've got the individual elements that you could multi-stamp, fussy cut out and build up layers of decoupage to create some really, really gorgeous frames, some gorgeous blooms as well. This one here is your ornate butterflies. And once again, you know what, you've got plenty within each collection to kind of mix and match up and create different projects, but then you can mix up the different apertures and the different sentiments within each collection too. That one's cute. This one's called Balloons in Flight, with all of your hot air balloons. You've then got the terrarium. Again, things like I love you, thank you. And you've also got bloom where you are planted. Aww. And then lastly is the birds and branches, with that good luck. Plenty to be colouring, plenty to be cutting, and as I say, creating some lovely 3D projects with as well in that collection. But that is a steal today for £18.70 or $21.53. And just worth mentioning, we have got storage on the show for you as well. The Sarah Buddy bag, producer Johnny tells me, is absolutely flying out of the door today. Very busy for this. £4.79 if you're platinum, or $7.99 if you're going for that one today and you're shopping with us in the US. You can store in the Sarah Buddy bag. And this is why this is a perfect partner to go with your starter kit. It's all about storing your TriBlend pens in there. 24 of your TriBlend pens you can pop in there, absolutely no problem at all. Great way to be able to carry them all around. And a great thing as well, just to be able to pop on the side, you can see everything, see all of the different colours, and they're to hand when you need them there. And you know how good the Totally Tiffany Buddy bags are too. Really, really beautifully made, super quality. You can wipe these clean nice and easily. And of course, like we were saying, they're a perfect size to be able to store, but of course you can take these with you wherever you go as well. So if you are looking to maybe go on a cruise, the buddy bags are perfect for taking a selection of your pens with you. £4.79 today if you're platinum, or $7.99 if you're shopping in the US. Keep the comments coming through. Any questions, as I say, you want to throw our way over the course of the show, you can do. Kerry's just saying, we cruised to the Bahamas, Mexico, the Caribbean, South America. I think we've been to every island multiple times. A cabin midship, 2 decks below the pool deck is optimal. Do it, says Kerry.
Oh, wow. That was very... A cabin midship, 2 decks below the pool.
Yeah, midship. 2 decks below the pool?
Yeah.
Wonder why that's... What does that mean, that's optimal? That's the best one you can go for?
Yeah. That's what optimal means, isn't it? So, yeah.
But I wonder why that is the best... Let me know. Why is that the best... It's very specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gilmore says, I would like to go on a cruise, a crafter's companion cruise. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
If that ever happened.
That would be good. That would be good. I just don't know if we could pin Sarah down long enough to get her on a cruise.
Can you imagine though as well? Can you imagine?
We could do dancing in the evening, couldn't we?
We could put on shows and all sorts.
We could, couldn't we?
But could you imagine what it'd be like? Just about all of the team here on a 7-day cruise together. Like how mental would that be? It would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
It would be so much fun.
Live shows, demos, pool parties. Oh my goodness me.
A bit of dancing, yeah.
Yeah. Crafting by the pool. Oh dear. Rebecca just said the Lee Holland stamps are great for babies and children's cards, absolutely. And Rachel's just said, talking cruises, I've run 3 papercraft cruises, plus taught a few impromptu classes on ships. They call the leisure classes scrapbooking. The cruise staff really have no idea. They're happy to let others run the sessions for them with a little winky face. Well, I'll tell you what, so I will go to the powers that be tomorrow on the back in and say, a crafter's companion cruise ship. Yep. Round the Caribbean would be good, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's going to be worth going.
It's going to be amazing. Anyway, back in the real world, we're going to have a look at the aperture stamps, aren't we, Corrine?
We are. I'm going to use the gorgeous butterflies. It is called Ornate Butterflies, and show you this. Now, look at this. I'll show you on here. If you are very clever with your ink pads, you can sort of create this ombre effect just by putting the different colours on. I would be doing this with a dauber and tapping the ink on, so you can get that gorgeous effect of that ombre along there. And then look at this, just florals around the outside, and you actually get the floral stamps as well, so you can create all that detail. Now this one here, we've heat embossed it and then used one of our heart dies to cut that aperture, so you know you can use the aperture, or it can almost be, when we say aperture, it doesn't actually have to be a physical aperture. No. What it means is there is an area in the middle for you to either cut out or put a sentiment on, or leave it blank if you want. This one, I love this terrarium one.
Hello, you.
Absolutely beautiful. So we've got that lovely area in the middle, put your sentiment, and then look at all the extra embellishments, and just that little bit here, all from that die set, stamp set, absolutely gorgeous. And again here, instead of cutting the heart out, we've cut another heart out and put it into the centre where that aperture's gone. So many different ways. Use that aperture flat to put your sentiment on. Another one here where we've stamped with the different colours. Now this one, look at that. Use that aperture. So that's just by fussy cutting that out. Yeah. Because I'd be surprised if you've got a die that's exactly that. Just by fussy cutting that out and turning that into your shaker element.
Brilliant.
Isn't that absolutely lovely? So pretty. I love the colours of that one. Really nice. Okay, so as I said, we're going to use the Ornate Butterfly. So I've got a piece of cardstock, again, my premium cardstock, just 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And I've just put my gorgeous butterflies on there. Now, there was it Tim who was saying about using one colour, or was it just something you picked up from him saying? So I picked that up there. Oops.
Oh, hello.
That didn't mean to do that. Let's just check.
About using one colour?
Use it, you know, if you don't like blending, so you can use one colour. Now, the effect that I'm going to do now, you could do with just one colour. I'm going to do a little bit of blending, but I'm going to show you how your blending doesn't have to be overcomplicated. So I need to put that back on again because it moved. There we go. I'm just going to do a gentle tap this time. There we go. Come on, pick it up. There we go.
Perfect.
That back down. Right. Again, I'm going back in with my pebble. So if you look on here, it looks brown, but it actually does come out on your project as quite black. So don't worry about that. But, you know, it's just a little bit softer than using like your noir black and everything like that. So I'm just going all the way around.
Is there a real noticeable difference in the different ink pads? Like you say, you've got the pebble, the noir, haven't you?
Yeah, there is a little bit of difference. What else? We've got other colours as well, haven't we?
Rustic brown, I think.
And yeah, there is a much paler brown one. So it all depends what you're trying to do. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes if you were doing portraits, using a black looks a little bit harsh, doesn't it? So pop that on there, and then look at that. So you can see that actually that has come out quite brown effect. You can do another stamp, but I've actually got one here. I just want to show you here that I've actually re-stamped, and then I've cut out the centre. So I've just used one of my circle dies to cut out the centre. And when I look at that, I can tell that that is definitely brown, no problems whatsoever. But I just wanted to show you, once I've, it's always easier to do the die cutting afterwards, and it's not going to impact at all. Now I have got, how many have I got? I've got 9, because there's 9 butterflies. Let's start at the top where I want it to go. There we go. I've got 9 pens here, so my TriBlend. So I've got dark red, orange, gold yellow, citrus, light green, jade green, blue turquoise in the shades, true blue in the shades, and then lavender blend. Yeah. So I'm just going to take one at a time, and we're just going to just do a colouring. So take my dark red. So this is DR1, 3 and 4. So can you remember we were saying about going up in consecutive or alternate numbers? So 1, miss out 2, 3, and then the next number is 4. And that's going to let us do the perfect blend. Oops, I nearly forgot to put some paper underneath. So let's put some cardstock underneath. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay down the red. These are really easy to colour. Now you saw that sample where I showed you where we'd stamped it with a bit of ombre, and then you don't need to do any colouring whatsoever. There we go. We can just lay that down.
Kerry's just come back about the optimal place on a cruise ship whilst you're colouring. Ben, two decks below the pool, you don't hear the dragging of pool chairs or the buffet, and you're 3 to 4 decks above the casino and stages, so you don't hear the music all night. Midship, so you don't feel much rocking, and you're close to the elevators. So there's a lot of sense there. Top tips if you ever are thinking of going on a cruise, or if you're going to come on the Crafters Companion cruise. I wonder how. No. It's not an actual thing. Before you get excited, it's not a happening thing. It's all just in our minds. So don't start sending messages going, "Where can I get tickets?" Ben said there was going to be a cruise. What's that? I don't know.
In a previous life, the shopping TV channels where we've previously worked have done crafting cruises.
I've never been on a crafting cruise.
You talked to Dawn Bibby.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think she used to do quite a lot. Right, so I've gone in with 1, now I'm going in with 3, and then we're just going to literally, with the butterfly, all I need to do is just a nice flicking movement just down there. And what you can see is, I was going to show you earlier, I don't know if you can see, when I do that flick, it's just wet for a second before it dries. So I'm just going to go in with my darker colour, just there. So just flicking, and I don't really need to do a lot of blending, but if I felt like I did, I can just come down just there like that, just to blend it in. So let's turn that one round, because I find it easier to flick away. Oops, there we go. So all I'm going to do is just flick away like that, and then I'm just laying down enough ink until I can just see it pooling on there, and then I can come in with my next one and just add in. That's all you need to do with those. So if I just turn it over, can you see that? Oh, let me bring it over. That's the effect you're trying to get. So you know once you get it like that, you've saturated your colour. Can you see? I've got 3 colours at this little bit. I've only got 1 colour at the ends, so that's why it's not come through as dark on there. So that's my first one, my red. Then I'm going to do exactly the same with my orange. There we go. So we can just... So these are really simple, but if you just wanted to, I think the point I was trying to make earlier would be that, let me just lay down 1 colour on here. There we go. And I love this because it's the brown ink instead of black. Looks lovely. If I just lay down a single colour on here. How perfect does this look? Let's make sure I've not left any gaps. You see, that in itself looks lovely. If you really don't like blending and shading, then, you know, just leave it at that. But let's just, and again, all I'm doing is just...
Which colour is that you're using now?
This is the orange blend. I'm not sure how many of these colours are in that set because I've got 9 and there's 6 in there.
So in our set that you're getting in this starter collection, burnt orange blend, aqua blue blend, gold yellow blend, pink violet blend, alpine green blend, and your magenta blend.
Oh, I mean, you could use. I used a lot of those in my last demo, so I was trying to show some of the different. We've got some other sets of pens on today as well.
We have, yeah.
So yeah, just use it, mixing and matching them around. So just drag out that colour. Remember, don't go over a dark colour with your lighter colour because it just bleaches it out. So all I do is just run up to there. So these inks are opaque, so they will just lay down. So it's not, you're blending them rather than adding in extra layers. There we go. Can you just see how beautiful that looks? So that's 2 down. I've got these in the order I wanted them to. So I'm going to go, let me just see, have I got the, yeah, I'm going to go gold yellow blend next. And we could just come around there. They're ever so quick. This is what I love with this, is you actually see the results really quickly. So it's ever so satisfying.
A lot of you commenting on this collection as well, actually, just saying what a great price it is. 70% off, Tanya's just said. So pretty, I need to try these. What do you think you get? 66 stamps in total for £18.70, £21.53 if you're platinum. It's probably the deal of the show, is this one.
Yeah.
And photopolymer as well, so they're top quality, these as well. I just think it's a great set. If you haven't yet got it, pick it up today. Plenty to be working with. And like you said, Corrine, it's great, isn't it? Because you've got the space in the middle of all of the different frames.
Yeah.
So whether you just want to stamp in them, or if you've got like a particular nesting die where you could cut out, say for example, if you've got a normal shape like the circle here, or not, you could just fussy cut into these as well, of course.
Exactly.
To create your shakers and those kind of things. Really versatile.
Look at that. I mean, you can see how that's coming on, but I just wanted to show you this one. I'll just come back now. This one hasn't been stamped a second time, so it could just do with a bit second, but I wanted to show you. With your alcohol pens, let's just use the 3 colours that we've just used. If you wanted to, you can create some amazing effects. So let's go with a red in the middle. So we could come down, this isn't going to be part of our finished one. So what you could do is you could come down with your red. Then we can pick up our orange, and then we can just come over with the orange. Have I gone? Yep, the right way around. Just there. And then we just blend those colours in, and you can't actually see where one ends. And then I'll come in with my yellow, and then I can just bring on there. There we go. We can just blend that in, and then blend that one. Let's just come down there. We were saying about, you know, different colours will work together. I'm just going to pop that over there a little bit more. Oh, catching. Just hold on a tick.
Oh, we can't hear your mic properly.
Can't hear my mic. Where's my mic gone?
Your new long locks.
There we go. Hopefully.
Luscious locks.
Let's just move my mic a little bit.
Just to say as well, we're super busy. Producer Johnny just telling me for like a Sunday. Do you know what? Normally Sundays are a little bit laid back, obviously, because people have a lay in on a Sunday, don't they? But we've got lots of people shopping right now. Really busy on the website too. So let us know what you're shopping for. What you're buying today. What have you picked up? I've just seen the email today come through about our Summer Sea Sun sale. If you've checked your inbox, you'll see a lovely picture of Leanne looking very summery indeed, and it's just highlighting a few of the deals there as well. Well, there's a couple I can see, a couple of 75% savings off Christmas goodies, big scene creator card collections. The Christmas Wobblers are 75% off. The Dimensionals Christmas collection 70% off. The brush lettering stamp 70% off. The Christmas large word edgeables, 70% off. Christmas stencils collection, 65% off. So yeah, if you haven't yet received that email, check in your your inbox. There's embossing folders, producer Johnny's just said, for 94p.
Wow.
Are you joking me? If you're... Is that platinum? 94 pence if you're platinum. So
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is. Do have a look. And as I say, let us know if you have shopped today. What have you bought? I'd be interested to see what you've put in your cart. What are the deals of the day? What have we maybe missed out on that we're not chatting about? Let us know on the socials and we'll share with everybody else.
Now, just to show you, like I have been colouring with one pen on each of these, and I'm not going to go through the whole one because you can see, but you can see exactly that's where I was at, and then we're just going to go round on those colours. But if you want to take 3 different pens, I just looked up and I went over, I was looking up at something they said about my mic and I went out. But how perfectly you can create that ombre effect with 3 completely different colour family pens, because these will blend absolutely beautifully. So, you know, you can create, it's up to you, use all 3 colours in your TriBlend, or just use them independently like that. It's up to you. I just wanted you to see you could go whichever way you wanted to. It's, you know, it's your colouring, you do what you want. So let's put, now you've seen, I've jumped to this bit, you can see on here. So we have got some paper. So this is from our retro rainbow 12 by 12 pad. And then I've got a card base. Let's go side opening. And I'm just going to go in with my collal glue. So this is perfect for your mats and layers. So if you are unsure, go back to our one of our glue schools. We did one. Was it last week, Johnny? I think we did one.
Recently.
Really, really effective. So, you know, you can see. Now, collal glue is absolutely perfect for doing mats and layers, as long as you've not got any coated cardstock. This is brilliant. Now, you see, a little bit of glue came over there. All I need to do is just rub until it moves, and then it's gone away. So it's absolutely perfect. So there we go, that's my first layer. Then my second layer is going to be some black card. So I've put some foam pads on the back of here. So then we can, or some foam tape, should I say rather. That's going to go on there. Now, if you struggle at all with foam tape, because obviously once foam tape touches your card, it's stuck, you can, and I often do this, just put a little bit of your wet glue down your foam tape, just like that. That
preserves the life of it as well, doesn't it, a bit? Because like the foam can eventually like dry out and, you know what I mean, over time.
Yeah.
So by putting the glue on it like that, it sticks it even better, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, absolutely. It's perfect. But it also gave me a little bit of wiggle room if it wasn't perfectly straight. Now, what I've got next is I've got my sentiment, and this was on the stamp set, and I've stamped it on there, and what I want is I want it to be perfectly through that aperture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some glue on the back of here so that I've got some, so it will wiggle room. There we go. Come on, all the way round there. And then I'm going to just hold it behind my aperture. So my aperture is going to go that way round. I'm going to hold that there because that's where I want it. And then I'm going to lay it down. Now, there's no adhesive on my butterfly piece, but I'm just using it as a guide so that I can see. There we go. That shows me where I want that to be. So I can now lift that off. Again, any little bits of glue go on there. And then I can just get some tape and add it on there. And I didn't put it on beforehand because I wanted to be able to hold that sentiment flush, because that then gave me a guide as to where to put it.
If you need tape, I know we've got the double-sided finger lift tape available for you today. We've got red liner tape as well. Lots to have a look for, and a really good adhesive collection too, which you'll see. Well, it's on the Shop the Day page, but we'll be featuring on Masterclass at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, everybody says, what glue should I use? And it really is, what are you doing? There is a you know what I mean? Everybody, there is always a different glue, and you know, your different glues work for different things. So there we go. And then we can take that, bring this back in, and then that will fit perfectly.
That is pretty.
Over there. And that is all I need to do to that. I don't need to add anything else. There's no bows, no nothing. You do have individual butterflies if you wanted to stamp one of those, colour it and fussy cut it out. But I just think that looks so pretty, just like that on its own.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely. Lots of people commenting about the colours that you use there as well. Diane Schofield is saying, I never thought of blending pink with orange. Looks lovely. I'll have a go at that. Thanks, Corrine, for the tip. And Cynthia Wood saying, those are beautiful. I would never have used those colours together, which is just amazing. And Rachel Brown saying, chat's gone a little bit quiet. Everyone must be imagining themselves on a crafty cruise. It's probably what it is, or everyone's shopping, because I know it's very, very busy right now, particularly on the web. Lots of you shopping for those deals. This has got to be one of the best deals that we brought to you on the show today, as far as I'm concerned. A 70% saving on the Aperture stamp collection. Remember, photopolymer stamps you're going to be getting here, 66 of them in total. This is a £78, $90 bundle that you're picking up today for just £18.70 if you're platinum, $21.53. And as we've mentioned here, plenty of craftability, whether you're just stamping these and popping the sentiments in the middle, sentiments within this set, or indeed sentiments that you might have in other collections, whether you're going to pop images within the actual frames that you've got as well. There's so much that you can do, and the fact is, as we saw with one of the cards that Corrine was showing us just a little while ago, you can of course decide to fussy cut the apertures out and use these to create things like those shaker cards too. That terrarium is absolutely gorgeous as well, once again with a selection of different sentiments. And then lastly in the set you've got your birds and branches, 66 elements for a crazy low price. That is a 70% saving, and as I've said, lots of 70% and 75% deals on the website right now as part of our Summer Sea Sun sale. We are going to take a short break here, and we're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, anything you've got in there, get them checked out, and we'll come back with more. We're going to have a look at that Lee Holland collection in just a few moments' time. Here's some details there, if you haven't joined it yet, about our club, Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome back. What are you all shopping for today? We need to know. It's so super busy. Can you please tell me what is in your basket, what you've been buying? I'm being really nosy today. I'm being really super nosy. What is in your basket? What have you bought from the Summer Sea Sun sale? What's the hot item today on the website? Hot items here on the show. We've already chatted about that starter collection. We're going to come on to the Lee Holland cute characters in just a second, because that is hot. And also proving very hot is the TriBlend Markers collection. Now, these are your deep blends, and it's good to show you here all of the different colours that you're going to receive. Again, such a brilliant selection. You're going to get in these 24 pens in total, but of course that equates to 72 different colours. All of the different colours you're going to be seeing here within this set. And of course, you've got your light, you've got your medium, and you've got your dark blend within all of those. So once again, plenty to be playing around with, colours that you can blend with each other, hues that you can blend to create really beautiful, deep blended colours and images. And you've got all of those lovely colours through your magentas, your orange, your blues, you've got your pink, violet, gold, yellow, and alpine green, through to things like your browns and your pinks. You've got that gorgeous yellow green in there. You've got your brown grey shades, pale pinks, and the gorgeous true blue in there as well. So that's just an idea of what you're going to get within this set. But remember, 24 pens equating to 72 different colours, if you like. It's a £16, $23.99 saving today. Less wherever you are within Club Inspire as well. If you're platinum, bottom of the screen, your price is £51.19 today, or $76.77. Very popular, as I say, that one on the show. Lots of you jumping in and grabbing our TriBlends. Also proving really popular is this lovely set, the Lee Holland Cute Characters collection. I showed you a little bit earlier on, and we'll have a look at the boards again in just a little while. But what I love about this is you get a selection of stamps, which are the characters. You get the dies to be able to cut those out as well, so you don't have to worry about doing any fussy cutting. But then you also get 4 kind of scene stamps as well, and you can have a lot of fun with this, build up different scenes with all of those cute characters, and it's a lovely price on this one today as well, a 45% saving off the usual price. If you're a platinum member, it is better than half price, that deal, £43.92, $58.32 if you're shopping in the US and you are a platinum member. Worth bearing in mind as well, if you haven't yet joined up into the club and you're thinking about shopping with us today, make sure you do. Completely free to join our loyalty club. You'll get 20% off your first order today, and then of course you'll receive 250 bonus points, makes you a bronze member straight off the bat. So then you'll start saving 5% off everything that you buy until you move up to the next level. For every pound or dollar you spend, you get a point, and you gradually move up the scale until you're a platinum member, and you're making huge savings. We are going to have a look at the Lee Holland Cute Characters right now with Corrine. Which of the sets are you going to be working with? Right,
so what we're going to use is we're going to combine the Village Church, because this is a single stamp set, so you just get the one stamp in there. So this is your Village Church. Sorry, these are used so you can see, but hopefully you can just see you've got the one stamp just there that's got that large scene. And then we're also going to use the On Your Special Day, which has got 24 pieces, so it's stamps and the corresponding dies that go with them. But you could mix and match them. Just because this has got the church on there, you know, there are images here that will go with some of the other dies. You know, that little squirrel on a branch, there is nothing there, or, you know, the flowers, the presents, you know, mix and match them completely around. So let's just put the On Your Special Day to one side for a minute. And then I have got my piece of card, and I've already pre-cut it to 5.5 by 4 inches, and then we're going to pop this down. So let me work out how I'm going to take this down. Let's just, this might, Might have actually helped to have left it uncut for a minute, but we'll get there. I can just adjust my little stamps. Oh, take the backing off. There we go. Oh, big stamps these.
They are.
There we go. Right. So let's pop that on to here. And that's going to go just, I can put the little magnets just where I need them. Actually, I tell you what I am going to do. Let me get a bit of low tap tape. I think a bit of low tap tape is going to work better than a magnet in this case, just because this stamp is a bit bigger than my cardstock. Just a little rookie error there for actually to have cut down the card in advance. So let's just put another piece just there and move those out of the way. Right, I'm going to move those completely out of the way now, and then we can line that up. There we are. So I've actually got slightly bigger than my stamp, but that's fine. It means I can position it, and it's going to just run beautifully off the page. And then take that. And again, we're going to use the pebble. So we can use that pebble ink pad. I was just going to show you. So the other colours, have we got? I haven't got any there. Obviously, we've got the Noir Black. I was just looking at what other colours we had. Ah, there we go. So one of the other ones that you could be using, is your flagstone.
Yeah, you get the pebble.
You get the pebble in the starter kit. But we also do like the Noir Black and the flagstone. So if you don't, the black is going to give you quite a, a definite edge. The flagstone is another good one that's quite good. Sorry. And then, it's up to you. But we're going to use the pebble because that's what you're going to get in your starter kit. But we kept saying, oh, there's another colour, and I couldn't remember what they were. There we go. So I can see that's going on beautifully. And there we are. Just tap it all over. There we go. Just on there. And then flip that round. And then we can just press that down. There we go. Let's make sure I've got that nice coverage on here. And look at that.
Perfect.
First stamp, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And remember, I just had a little bit of tape on there, so I can just lift that off and then take those bits of tape off. I'll get that one off there, otherwise I'll forget it's there. And again, we're going to just bring in the cardstock just to lean on, and then it's up to you. So let's have a look at, and the other good bit about having this is I use this quite a lot just to, almost like a bit of a palette to remember what my colours are. So let's start with the church. So we can come in just here, and I'm just coming round with the brown grey shades. So I'm going to go in with my first colour, and then we can just come round there. I want that window.
I keep reminding myself of seeing you turn this around. Have we still got in stock? I bet we haven't. The rotating board. Is that still in?
Do you know what? I've never had one of those yet, and
it's
one of those that's on my
wish list.
Wish list, definitely to get.
Is that what it's called? A rotating board, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Very handy.
Oh, I always, when we talk about when you cut, you keep your scissors still.
Yeah.
And you turn your cardstock. For me, it's exactly the same when you're colouring. But I just wanted to show you, look at that one colour. Look at how smoothly that goes down. You can really get beautiful, beautiful shading. So again, it's quite, you don't need to do a lot of shading on this, but I'm just going to add in little bits of around the edge just to highlight where it is. I often find I forget and I don't do quite enough. I'll have to go back in because then I've got nowhere to go with another colour, with the third colour. So we can just add in there, and then tiniest little hint, we're going to come in, just add in that hint of extra little bits just around the edges. There we go. And then again, where I've gone in with my thirdest colour, I'm just going to drag that down on my second. Some people go straight from their lightest, where you know how I laid it down, to their darkest, so that you don't have to do that first bit of blending.
Yeah.
But then I'm just going to come in with my light. I have gone lightest, yes. And then just drag that colour all over. And these pens are so smooth. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Can you see just how beautifully smooth these are?
There's no streak marks, are there?
No.
There's no sort of, everything's beautifully defined, beautifully blended together.
Yeah, all the way across here.
Say hi to Kerry. He says, I've placed my order yesterday so I could concentrate on watching today. You've had quite a day of it, Kerry, haven't you? Because I've seen your messages coming through about the fact you've been having a bit of a volume duel with your husband. Apparently in the same room, hubby's been wanting to watch the news. You've been wanting to watch us here on Crafters TV, and apparently you've both been sat in the same room, gradually upping the volume.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know. And Kerry says, final results on our volume duel. Hubby's TV news was drowning out Ben, so I've moved outside. I mean, I can shout a bit louder if you want.
But that's the great thing about, we are quite portable, aren't we?
Well, we're very portable. You can take us with you wherever you go.
So there you go.
Pop us in your pocket.
So you don't need to have a volume war. Just go and find somewhere comfortable.
Exactly.
And enjoy. And
be the better person and go outside.
Yeah, because don't forget, you can then use that for 6 months as a reminder. Oh yeah, I went outside on that day. Yeah, remember that. You know, you don't have to just. It's not just for today.
I think you ladies are better at remembering things like that, though, aren't you? That you can, bring back up into an argument. Do you remember 3 months ago when I did this?
Yeah.
I let you do that. I could never remember any of that stuff.
I can't. And and it makes me even crosser because you're cross with somebody for something they've done, and then you're like, I know I did something, or you did or said something, and I can't remember what that something is now, and so now I'm doubly cross because I can't remember what it was I wanted to throw back in your face.
Do you have petty arguments in your household? Because we do in ours.
The only arguments we have are really petty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our latest one is all about, because I like to think I do quite a bit around the house. Laura will probably tell you otherwise, but one of the things I'm allowed to do, which I do to an okay standard, is dealing with the washing.
All right.
The washing and the drying. And the latest one is about people who, when they put their washing in the washing machine, they don't put their clothes the right way around.
Yeah.
That's the latest gripe. Inside out, yeah. It's really annoying. Really annoying.
So what do you think about bedding? Bedding has to be the right way out with the buttons done up. Like a quilt cover.
Well, no, you see, like a quilt cover, I'd probably wash inside out because then it's easier to put on, isn't it? Because then you can, once it's dried, you can then literally just whack it straight back onto your duvet. But if it's the right way round, you have to turn it inside out. Because don't you put your duvet cover on, you grab it at the top and do the shaky, 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 shaky?
No.
Oh, that is the easiest way to do it, especially if you've got a big one.
I just peel back a bit, put it in, and then shake it in. No, I don't like it inside out to put it on.
But anyway, so that's the big argument in our household, and I'm always like, oh, for goodness sake, just turn your clothes right way round. And then I said to Laura the other day, because she'd put like her gym kit in, and it was the wrong way round, and so I had to go at her, and then she just came back. Well, anyway, whenever you put your shirts in, you always leave the cuffs rolled up. So that's the latest one now. So I've now made sure that I have to roll my cuffs back down. Yeah. It's always petty arguments though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Rachel says, my kids, I hate this. My kids keep leaving tissues in their pockets.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than that, is there?
No.
In the washing machine.
When you go to the washing machine, and why is it always the black load?
Oh, yeah.
Never a tissue in a white load.
Yeah. Although maybe there is, but you just can't see it.
Maybe there is. And then you're really cross because somebody's done it, and then you go through the washing and you realise, it was probably my trousers, and actually you can't be cross. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know. That really, really annoys me. So you just keep on going. I'm just going to go now with...
Robbie, sorry, not Robbie. Cynthia wants to know what type of cardstock you're colouring onto there.
This is Nina, or you can use the premium that you get
in the collection,
kit.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So it's perfect for that. Let's go in with our brown. So we're starting at 5. So we've got EB 5, 6 and 7. So that is absolutely perfect for doing the door. Yeah, you definitely need an alcohol, a paper or cardstock that is specific for alcohol pens.
Yeah.
Now the way alcohol paper works is it's got quite long fibres in it. So what happens is it means that the ink can go down those and it can wick. If you had short fibres, what would happen is the ink would sit on it and then it wouldn't move. You wouldn't be able to blend it at all. So, but this has been specifically designed with just the right length fibres in mind so that you can blend. Because as you look on there, you can see as we just go down there, it blends perfectly. I'm just going back in with my paler colour. I've gone the right way yet. Paler colour, just down there. Oh, there we go. There we are. Right, just making sure I've got some shade on there. And again, what we were saying earlier, sometimes just leave it for an hour, you know, a few minutes and come back and see, because I can't see a great deal of shading on that, but I'm pretty certain that if we come back and look at that in a minute, I have shaded, you'll actually be able to pick it up better. So you can see just how we're working through here. Actually, I just want to come in with here. What I'd be doing here is just coming along there, just adding in a little bit of shading just there. Now, don't know if you can see, literally just gone over the edge, but I'm not worried, because what we're going to do is we're going to go round this in a minute to really add in depth and dimension, and we're going to show you a quick trick to really make it pop. So like, we're not going to colour the whole of the sky because that would be quite intense. You know, we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this pop, and I'll show you how. And what it's also going to do is it's also going to hide, if anywhere you've gone out of the lines, it's going to be a really good way to disguise that. Now, if you're going in with your colours, don't just stop like that. Can you see, this is the same colour, but because I've stopped, because it's got different layers, you've just got to go over the whole thing again, just to when you're blending. Otherwise, you do get, you know, harsh bits. So let's have a look. What should we do next? Should we just go in? Let's try. Often I'll just pop it onto the my card, the piece that's underneath, just to sort of remind me what I'm doing. So let's come down here with this. We're not going to colour the whole thing, but I'm just going to do a few bits to show you different sorts of techniques. So where we've got this pebbly path, we can come all the way down, and again, just nice. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Nice long strokes. You're going to get it laid down. Don't scribble. Just with the alcohol pens, you get much better effect if you do long blank strokes. So this is your first blend. So this is what we call a single colour blend. So it's laying down that colour. Because you think, oh well, it's not a blend, but it is. It's getting that perfect coverage with your first colour. And sometimes you have to go over it a couple of times, but that will then just give you the base of somewhere to go. If you don't, oh, I've just done this with the darker colour. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Never mind.
Okay, I can work that. What I can do. I meant to do that with one and I went straight in. So let's have a look. Let's see if it will work with this one. Yeah, there we go. We can, oh, you see, it's working.
Oh, perfect.
Perfectly. Just around there. Slightly darker path than I was expecting, but we can work with that. There we go.
Kerry's this message saying, Crafters TV, I've ordered the set with the butterflies that you just showed in the aperture set. That's a good buy. And I bought lots on the sale, plus some Sanntangle stuff, which was very popular on Friday. And Sylvia Kay says, Im Indoors does the washing, and he insists on everything being inside out to reduce the fading. It has to be hung up outside, inside out as well.
Oh.
I always wash right way round.
I do, because I think then the soap powder can get to any marks on the outside easier.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's true, but that's just the way my brain
And surely, like, the water's going to... Well, I don't know. I always go the right way, apart from a duvet cover which goes inside out because it's easier to put back on. What were you going to say, Charlotte? Oh, you meant to do jeans inside out.
Yeah, I know jeans are always supposed to be, and you're not supposed to. Yeah, and you're not supposed to use any softener on a load with jeans in.
Aren't you?
No.
Why not?
They fade quicker.
Oh.
Yeah, but mine go in the wash, so they get fabric conditioner on. So
yeah, so do mine.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently, if you don't use fabric conditioner on your jeans, the colour lasts longer. Now I'm not trying to blend it all in. I should have done that there. I'm trying to get it a bit more stripy because it's the grass. I'm just trying to add a little bit of texture in there. Then I'll come in with my darker colour, and all I'm going to do is just add in a little bit of texture, making sure these finish at different heights, different lengths. So I'm not going to sort of blend these as much, because what I want the grass to look a bit more grass-like just there. So it's very deliberate. We can do that, and then come in with our middle colour, and then we can just overlay that just there. So can you see it looks a bit more grass-like?
Yes.
And then we can come around the edges and the bottom. Sorry, just try and keep my hand out of the way.
It's all right. Happy anniversary, Lynn Harvey, who says, hubby's treated me to the collection of aqua watercolour pencils for our 29th anniversary today. That's a new configuration, isn't it, of the TriBlend pencils, which we had on Colour Me Happy last Sunday. So Lynn, if you want to see some hints and tips with those, you can go back and watch that show from last Sunday. But have a very lovely day today. Let us know what you're up to, Lynn, what you're doing to celebrate your 29th anniversary. What is that as well, out of interest? 29th.
I don't know.
I'm going to look.
We're on 28 this year.
When's yours?
December.
Oh, yes, I
that'll be
remember.
28. So just keep on colouring like that. So again, that side I've tried to add a little bit more texture, but I just wanted to show you what we were saying about adding dimension and depth. Instead of colouring the whole of the sky, I have got my ice blue. So I'm going to go in with my IB1. So it's the palest one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a thin line all the way around my clouds, just here. So what we're doing is we're not colouring the whole of the sky, because it can look a little bit intense, and you've got to get lots of different effects. Now remember, alcohol pens fade as they dry, so this might look quite strong, but it will definitely fade down. And then we're going to come round the other cloud, just like that. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it pop, and it's going to give, instead of colouring in the whole of the sky, you know when we do things like zebras and cows, we don't colour the whole thing in, we just put in hints of colour. And that's exactly what we're doing just here. And can you remember when I said I just went over the line just a little bit here? It doesn't matter, because what I can do is I can come round and it will actually hide any little mistakes.
Yours is a orchid.
Oh, is it?
28th.
Oh, I'll have to drop some hints before the day, won't I?
16th is mine this year. That's wax.
Oh, definitely going to get a candle then.
Yeah, and the 29th anniversary apparently is furniture.
Oh,
so there you go, Lynn. If you need a new sofa today. Johnny, when I chaise long, that's what he reclines on in the gallery. The new gallery right now that John and the crew sorted out. They've got a chaise long in there for Johnny. He's reclined, eating his grapes, pushing a few buttons.
Yeah, he's got Charlotte
All the
feeding
wrong
him
ones.
grapes at regular intervals.
That is a picture in my head. It's a good question. I mean, Stacey says, what's the difference between Nina and the premium marker pad? I mean, one thing I've noticed that the premium marker pad, the GSM of the paper's thicker than Nina, because Nina's 216.
Right, yeah.
This is 240.
That's probably the answer then.
Is that, oh,
and
there
I
we
think
go.
that's a little bit bigger, because Nina is A4, but that's 9 by 12.
Yes. So there you go.
Yeah,
So
but it's
thicker,
effectively the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, can you see how I have just gone round the clouds and gone round the edges? And then you can see how it just highlights it. So I've got one here, you can see. Can you see we were on exactly the same,
Oh, wow.
same mission there,
Yeah.
except I went a little bit darker on my path. Could have picked up the wrong end of the pen, but there we go. And look at that, just adding in the darker bits around where the, you know, where it's going, you know, the shade and the light is. But, you know, nothing complicated here. Just, again, here, not trying to blend, just trying to give the impression of that grass. So once we've done that, we then got the lovely little mice.
Aww,
aren't they super
they're
cute? And squirrel, of course, that's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
mouse, that's a squirrel. So then I'm
Squirrel.
going to come in with, let me see, I think I might go gold brown. Oh, yeah, I think yes. So we're going to come in and let's just colour her in. So I'm going to grab, I'm going to just do quickly, oh, there we are, I want that one, vintage blue. So I'm going to come in with my pale of my blues. I'm just going to go round on her little headdress. And then I can add a little bit of shading. There we go, on there. Now, we can then, somebody was saying about shading, so let's just come in here and we can go all over with the GB6. So this is the lightest, so you can see it's going to be that sort of colour, and we can come all over here really, really easily. All the way down, just go around there. Now you can go in, you could be colouring in the inner ear in pink or however you wanted to, but let's do this, show you how easy you can make these to colour them up if that's what you wanted to do.
Be a nice anniversary card, this, wouldn't it?
It would. Wedding card, anniversary card, you know, whichever you want it to be. And then we can come all the way down and then just touch. Not that easy, very fine, but we can just tickle up to get a little bit of colour there. There we are. And then feet, and I'm going to do the same colour on the tummy as well, all the way down. I just find it easier to go around the edge first, because then when I've done that, I can now add the colour to the whole body, and then we can just lay that down. There we go.
Mouse is very cute, Eleanor Schwing-Jones. Very, very cute.
It certainly is. Just get all the one colour. There we go.
She's got a little hat on her head.
Flowers.
Oh, flowers.
Flowers. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up. So this we've got 6, 7 and 10. So 10 might be a little bit dark, but we'll see how we go. Let's just then highlight. Actually, I might need to go a little bit darker. I thought it was going to be a bit too dark, but it's not. There we go. I'm going to go do it that way. I'm going to come in with the paler, and while it's still nice and damp, just add in a little bit of that darker shade. Just add in there, and then with a little bit of 10. And this is why your, like you say, your premium marker or your Nina works so well, because I don't know if you can see, look at that. Can you just see how the ink dries? And then you just need to just blend it down. There we go. And you can just see how easy it is to add in that extra shading.
I think this has been great today, honestly. I think this has sort of been one of my favourite Colour Me Happies for a while, because it's just great to take a little bit more time, isn't it, to show how you can do all the shading and the blending, and hopefully you've picked up lots of hints and tips today.
Just add that in, just a little bit of shading, just coming round. Obviously it's going to be a little bit darker where the legs are. That leg wants to be a little bit darker because it's at the back. And there we go. And then I'm just going to come back in with my lighter, always checking which one I'm doing. So I've got the lighter one just to drag that colour out. There we go. There we are. Just look at the time, Ben. It's nearly lunchtime.
It's flown by, isn't it? It has been a quick old show, this one, actually.
Oh, I'm ready for my lunch. You've got some lunch with you today, Ben?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't bring any lunch in. However, because I was a bit late up. Oh, thanks, Charlotte. That's really kind of you. Thank you, Charlotte. She just said she'll go to the supermarket for me. But I'm hoping, before I went and left today, I went, oh, I didn't have time to make any lunch. And Daisy was in the kitchen and she went, oh, Daddy, do you want us to bring you some lunch a little bit later? I was like, oh, that'd be very kind of you, darling. Thank you. And as I was leaving, I just heard her going, Mummy, we need to take Daddy his lunch in between shows. So whether or not...
anything appears.
Anything appears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we shall see.
Oh, well,
but if not, Charlotte's offered to buy me lunch from the supermarket. You're actually buying it? Oh, you do owe me! I think you do. I think I bought you a sandwich or something, didn't I? I'm sure I did.
Oh, it's working perfectly then, isn't it?
Yeah. So what could happen then? I could hopefully Laura will come over here with Daisy and bring my lunch, and then Charlotte will go and get my tea for me.
That's perfect.
Amazing. Thank you.
There you go. And then you've got the little dies to cut them out to give you the perfect little image.
Yeah.
Oh, let's come that way a little bit so you can see. So I've got my little bride, my little groom, and my squirrel. I really enjoyed colouring that. That was really fun to do. It was
fun to watch it as well.
Lovely. Right, so let's put these together in a card because it's nearly that time already.
Yeah.
So as I showed you, that's the one that's finished. So all I've got is some of my Censura Pearl. So this is the, let me just remember, this is the fresh white, Censura Pearl fresh white. So we've cut it, created a 10-fold card that is 6 1/4 by 4 3/4, and we've got an extra piece on the front. So let's just go in with my tape pen. That'll be the quickest way to do that. Across there.
How many demos will you have done then? Will that be 4?
4. No, that's 3.
3.
I had a 4th one ready.
But you've been very thorough with all your colouring today. So
I find the colouring shows, we don't get through quite as many demos, but I think it's all about, I don't want to rush these ones because these ones, it's about making sure people feel confident, you know, with the colouring, because that's what we're trying to achieve. So this then just pops onto the front.
Colour with confidence with Corrine on Crafters TV.
Oh, that could be my own special show, couldn't it?
It sounds good.
Colour with confidence
with Corrine. I will put that forward, Johnny.
You've got a big list to put forward tomorrow, haven't you?
I have.
Can you remember them all?
The new show with Corrine, the Crafty Cruise. What was the? Charlotte. What was it? Oh yeah, loads of other bits and pieces. Yeah. I'll go in there. I've got a few ideas. Go away. Okay. that will be it.
So you can see we're just layering it up. So this is from our Caring for Thought 6x6 pad. That is not very straight, Corrine. Now, hopefully I can lift that up because I have used my tape. Yes, there we go. Come on, lift. There we go. I was quick enough to go in. There we go.
I thought we had a craft. I know we haven't, but I came into work this morning thinking, we've got a craft along. But
no, you've got a craft along tomorrow with Michelle.
I did my last craft along. We did the box, didn't we?
Yes.
That was right. Okay, maybe that's what it was. I was getting confused about.
So we can then pop that one onto the front.
That's fab.
I think it's lovely, as I was saying, to not colour the whole of the sky, just to give that that sort of hint, that impression, you know. Works really well. Then I've got my little squirrel. Now I'm going to come in with my 3D glue gel because I just find it so much easier when you've got something as small as this, and then he can be sitting over the edge there.
Oh yeah.
And look, he's got his little present.
What's he got? What is it?
It's a little box.
Oh, not a bit of furniture then?
No. So it's obviously not their 20. Well, they're getting married, aren't they?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they're getting married. Yeah.
They're getting married.
So he's probably got. It's probably the ring, isn't it?
Is he the ring bearer, do you think?
I reckon he probably is. The ring bear, did you say?
Bearer.
Oh right. I say he's definitely the ring squirrel, isn't he? Squaddle.
Oh, you're funny. Right, and then...
I can't say that word without thinking about Craig now. Squaddle.
Squirrel.
Squaddle. Gilmer asked me earlier on, actually I forgot to mention, I must ask you, Corey, so he was going the other day and we couldn't work out what he was saying. He was saying that he's good.
What I was saying?
No, what Craig was saying, because he rolls his R's, doesn't he? So he'll say like squaddle and puddle, pearl. And the other day...
yes, I did a show with him and we were trying... He said a word really...
Yeah. Well, the other day he was going, after the show or the day after, he said, I'm going to the DIY store, and he said, I'm going to get some worm lights. Have you ever heard of those?
Worm
lights? I was like, what? He was like, worm lights. I said, warm lights? No, worm lights. And we had this massive conversation of like, has anyone else heard of worm lights?
Never heard of a worm light.
Thank you.
Did you work out what they were?
There is an actual, they're basically just like little fairy lights, but he calls them worm lights.
Never heard of them. No. There you go. How about that? I think that's really cute. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So, should we have a look at what we've made today?
Let's do it, yes.
There we go.
Get the vote going on this.
So, our very first one we did with that starter kit, using the peony, which I thought was so pretty. So, that's number 1. How pretty is that?
Beautiful.
Really, really pretty. Then we went in with the aperture stamps. And we did the gorgeous butterflies. And again, you can put the aperture in or you could just stamp the sentiment in the middle. And the third one is with the gorgeous Lee Holland stamps. Absolutely gorgeous. I do like that one.
Yeah, very nice.
There you go. So you've got
very nice.
1, 2 or 3.
And you've got about, 5 minutes to get your votes in on that. So cute, says Cynthia Wood on Facebook. The mouse is cute, says Eleanor, and Gilmore saying, so the mice are getting married and going on a cruise. I think that would be a lovely thing for the little mice to do. Let's show you the collection. The scenes that you're going to get. This is a big bundle, right, isn't it? This is massive. It's 101 elements, and you've basically got 4 different scene stamps, if you like, and then all of the characters to be able to pop into the scenes. If you want to recreate the card that Corrine just made, you will be using the village church, which is that one there, and then that one matches perfectly with this stamp set, or Stampin' Dies. Sorry, Charlotte, I'm going big and small and big and small. That one there, which is your On Your Special Day collection. So you get all of those stamps, and then the dies to be able to cut them out as well. There's the 2 mice and the little ring bearer. So you've got those 2. You're then going to receive the Woodland Trail. I think the rest of these actually are a little bit maybe like non-specific. So the Woodland Trail there is that gorgeous path into the woods. Maybe you want to use the Spring Has Sprung there too with the little characters. So you've got the badgers, there's the little fox there, and again, loads of different things to be able to kind of create that scene with the grass and the deck chair and all sorts going on. Then you've got this set here, which is the Birthday Wishes. That one potentially could, I suppose, work quite nicely with that little background there. That one is called the Flower Boutique, but I suppose it could be any sort of shop really. But that's a lovely stamp again to get colouring in with. And then lastly in this collection you have got the Family Time. So that again is all of those different cute creatures, which I think would look quite nice with the little tree house there as well, all those little characters outside the little home. It's a big collection, as we said, with a big saving today too. It is a 45% saving. Platinum price is $43.92 or $58.32 if you want to jump in and grab that. Now, if you've been so inspired by this show, or maybe you've been thinking about going a little bit bigger as far as your collections are concerned, then you might want to look at one of our bigger collections. And this one, we had on very recently, and Sarah was talking about it. Some of these bigger Spectrum Noir collections are absolutely brilliant, and this colourist collection is kind of like the first step, or the first set, if you like, in a set of 3 that we've got. And this one is all about getting you started. If you want to kind of really take that sort of first big step into colouring with your alcohol markers, then this kit has got really everything that you need to take you on that journey from, you know, beginner, sort of first timer to a more experienced colourist. You've got your TriBlend markers in here, 18 of those in total, plus you're going to get a selection of pages in your how-to guide as well. So if I just quickly show you, always beautifully presented these. So you've got all of those colours. I'll flip this around and show you all of the exact colours in just a second, but beautifully presented. And then underneath the actual tray itself, you've got all of those colouring pages to be working with too. Lovely gift idea as well. Do you know what? If you've got someone who you're shopping for today, potentially thinking, oh, what can I get them? This is so, so lovely. As I say, 18 markers. You've got 5 of your marker colouring pages as well, plus you've got a really thorough booklet in there as well, your how-to guide, to help you get the very best out of these. But these are all of the colours that you're going to receive in this set. So once again, that 3-in-1 thing that you've got with the TriBlends, the light, the medium and the dark. These are the images that you're going to get in there as well. So you've got those 5 pages to get colouring with, so plenty to kind of challenge you with there, which I think is great. And you've also got your how-to guide as well, with all your essential tips and instructions that you'll need with that as well. I think that's a cracking price today, I really do. For £38.39, if you're a Platinum member, $57.57, really, really lovely buy on that one. Now, if you are going for this, you potentially might want something to carry them in. The Sarah Buddy bag is something which has proved very popular. Perfect partners, these actually, because you've got the ability with the Sarah Buddy bag to be able to carry 24 of your TriBlend markers. You'll obviously get 18 in the colourist kit, so that's a really good way to do it. Buddy bags, you always know from Totally Tiffany, great value for money, really, really lovely quality as well, super portable and super for your storage as well. You've got the hook and mesh system on the outside and indeed on the front there as well, and then you've got that plastic inner casing as well. So, you know, if you're carrying these around, they're not going to get bashed around, and they sit very nicely too when you want them on your craft desk. You know, you can see all of the different colours that you've got there. They're easy to hand and just easy to get working with. These will hold 24 of your TriBlend markers. So again, a super collection to go with your colourist collection for just $4.79 or $7.99. Oh, it's close on the vote. Very close on the vote. And if you want to go bigger, we've got your TriBlend carry case, Spectrum Noir carry case. This one will carry 48 of those markers. Really lovely build quality to this as well. Really superly put together. Superly, is that a word? It is now. You've got your handle, you've got your carry strap on there as well, which clips away. If you don't want to take that with you, you can simply unclip it. And then when we open it up, you've got plenty as far as your storage is concerned, because you've got, well, 4 panels, I suppose, really, that you can store all of your pens in. If I flip it round, you can see how those sit in there absolutely beautifully. It's 12 pens per line, if you like, and you've got 4 of those, so 24. And you can also, if you want to, just pop that one out to sit on your craft desk as well. So if you've got more of those TriBlends, it's the 48 marker carry case that you'd want to go for at £31.99 or $39.99 if you are Platinum. Do you want the result?
Oh, yes, please.
What do you think's won it?
2.
Huh?
2.
It was close between 2 and 3. The winner by 1 vote.
Wow.
2.
2. There you go. Called that one. There you are. Lovely. Thank you very much. Really, really enjoyed putting all 3 of these together for you. It's been really lovely.
Absolutely fantastic. We'll pop that up onto the Crafty Walk of Fame, and of course later on we'll do the demo of the day.
Yep.
I predict you're going to win.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then we'll do the demo of the week as well a little bit later on. All sorts. It is a real kind of, I was going to say mishmash, but that's not a great way to explain it. It's an eclectic mix.
Variety.
Yes. Yeah, real variety that you'll see a little bit later on. Just before we go as well, worth bearing in mind that the one of the stars of the show has been the TriBlend Starter Collection. So Maybe you don't want to go for the colourist collection today because it's kind of too many pens to get your head round. You just want to dip your toe in the water. You just want a bit of a collection to get you on that road to maybe starting your colouring journey again or improving your colouring. Then this is the collection that I would certainly point you at if you just want a little bit of everything that you'll need to get going. So you're going to get your exotic blends in the TriBlend Markers. So you get 6 of those included. That is your burnt orange, your aqua blue, you've got the gold yellow, you've got your magenta blend, alpine green, and your pink violet too. So 6 pens in there, 18 different hues, of course. We'll also give you your pebble. Ink pad, so that one there of course is your alcohol proof, so it's the perfect one to be using in conjunction with your TriBlends. 30 sheets of your premium alcohol paper, so again 9x12 240 GSM, so that's the difference as we were chatting about earlier on between that and your Nina cardstock. And then you're also going to get a selection of stamps to be working with too, which I think is really cute. Mainly your florals here, so it's great obviously that we've thought about what stamps would work well with the colours that we've given you a lovely selection of floral stamps. So all in all, that's a really great starter kit, Corrine, isn't it? And for anyone who's perhaps thinking about using alcohol markers for the first time, that's got to be worth considering, isn't it?
Oh yeah, like you say, it's everything that you need to get going, you know, from the ink pad, the stamps, the pens, the paper, you've got everything. And gifting, it's so giftable. But yeah, it's an absolutely brilliant set, and it's going to give you that confidence to maybe try a little bit more. If you thought to yourself, no, I'm not quite sure about, you know, alcohol colouring, you know, start gently and work your way up. But this is a brilliant place to start, and it's good. I promise you won't just have 6 pens in a few months' time. Once you've tried those 6 pens, you'll be buying more sets and more sets and more sets because it's really addictive.
£27.99 or $43.99 is your price on that one. Thank you for watching. It's been a lovely show. One of my favourite Colour Me Happy shows for a while, actually. But we've got more to come a little bit later on, as we've mentioned. Second Chance Sunday, 6 o'clock this evening, 1 o'clock Eastern, where we'll feature a lot of our favourite launches recently. There's a couple of very recent launches that have flown out the door, which we're going to bring back for that show, plus all of the votes, of course, there. But before that, in an hour's time, 2 o'clock, it's a masterclass, and it's all about pop-ups, isn't it?
Yeah, pop-outs. Pop-outs. So, yes, so, you know, those gorgeous, ornate pop-out frames that you've seen. Oh, I can't even remember. I've got them all over there. So many demos to do. What else have we got? We've got twist and pop, pop-out scenes, pop-out sentiments.
Spiral pop-outs.
Spiral
pop-out craft kits, pop-out characters.
Yep, they're all
everything.
There. Yeah, all about. I love it, the masterclass where we pick a theme and you think, oh, yeah, we've maybe done 1 or 2 pop-outs, but then when you actually look and realise how many different ways you can do pop-outs, it's good.
Yeah. So make sure you pop in and get ready for us to
pop out. Perfect.
Check out your baskets. We'll be back in an hour's time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for that masterclass at 2 o'clock. Bye for now.